like to call the June 25th meeting to order. Denise, roll call.
Councilmember Cassidy.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Olson.
Here.
And Mayor Marshall.
Here.
And for the record, Councilmember Hernandez and Councilmember Sampson have excused absences.
Okay, should I defer this to you, sir, or to Gina?
You can defer it to me, and then I'll kick it over to Gina. So, Mayor and Council, we're going to have a very short meeting today, I anticipate, unless there's a lot of public comment, which doesn't appear likely. As you know, we've gone through the fee schedule at the last study session. The item in front of you should reflect questions that were raised, changes, typographical errors, etc. Gina's corrected all the items that were brought to our attention. Outside of those that were of a broader policy or required some additional investigation, we have not lost sight of those. We are working on that. Initially, we were going to be working today to go through goals and also to get back into the budget if we had time. With 2 council members absent, what we are recommending is that we only have the public hearing for the fee schedule since it was duly noticed, adopt that if that's the pleasure of the council, and then reschedule the goal setting and the other budget session to a time in the near future. And Gina will be reaching out to you and along with Gabby in our office directly to find a near future time for that.
Excellent.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Yes. Fine by me. Okay. So with that, Gina, would you like to just explain some of the items that were raised during the last session? And then I think we can kick it back to the mayor for opening the public hearing.
Okay, great. This is an introduction of the proposed fiscal year 14-15 miscellaneous fee schedule. And at our last meeting, you thoroughly went through the packet, and we did remove the tattoo designation from the schedule, as well as removed a third asterisk from oxygen under our ambulance fees. And also, we did a little more digging as well. And we modified our mooring fee increase to include the cost recovery associated with transactions and banking costs. So that is included in the mooring fee.
The credit card charges, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And that actually will make it quite simple.
Can I ask a question
Correct.
about that?
Yes.
In Brian Bray's response,
And the harbor master is here. Brian,
Yeah.
if you'd like to come to the podium.
yeah, because you were
Please.
talking about we would be losing $18,000 or something. Can you explain that a little better? I mean, it was really beautiful what you created, but if you could explain that.
So the credit card fee is close to 3% on $600,000 of transactions would be $18,000 that it costs the city to accept those credit cards.
So the dollar doesn't make up the debt or the loss?
The dollar does make up
It
the
does.
debt.
So we're not losing anything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's no longer a cost of the cost is built into the mooring fee.
Okay, I wasn't sure where the 18,000 it would have been if we would not have increased the fee then.
Then it would have been coming out of the revenue of the
Right,
mooring.
okay, thank you.
And then we also added a new fee to modify one that was existing in the planning section. Work commencing before permit issuance. You might recall Brian, our building inspector, indicated that he charges per the CBC code a penalty of 2 times the permit fee when he finds a situation where somebody has not requested a permit and received an approved permit. So we added that to the section in the planning. I did also want to indicate that we will go ahead and delete the old fee that was there. And you do not see that deletion in this particular packet, but it will be deleted. And that is the total of the changes and modifications that were requested in this fee schedule. Additionally, I'd emailed the questions and responses from staff. If you have any questions related to those, feel free to let us know. The long-term projects, we're looking at the vehicle fees, which is a part of a different project in this fiscal year. And I believe that's it for the current fees. We have a second hearing on July 1st, and once we go through that process and this is approved, these will be effective July 2nd, these fees.
Okay. Excellent.
And that, unless you have any questions for staff.
Okay. Shall we open the public hearing?
Good idea.
Comments from the audience? Do we close the public hearing?
Might as well.
Close the public hearing? Okay. Is there a motion? Do we need a motion?
Well, I think it'd be appropriate to adopt the fee schedule. We could also adopt it as part of the actual budget itself, but you could, I think, today as well.
Today, you wouldn't be making any kind of motion today, it's just for
Just
any
because it's
comments,
study
public
session.
comment.
Okay.
Yeah, then at the
Oh,
July
okay.
1st one, because that will be our second.
Okay, so just this,
Technically.
the public's opportunity to comment is really solely it. Okay, apologies.
I did get one call yesterday and just directed the person to either come get a hard copy at the counter or to view it online, and so I really thought they might be here this morning, but they're not.
Okay.
So but I think just knowing that it had gone up the CPI was his answer.
Okay. All right, then we can adjourn the meeting.
You can.
Meeting adjourned.
Good.
That could be a record.